Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2 minutes to 12. We'll get started then. I'm here at one of the future winners' properties. I'm at the winner's circle. We're going to get started in 2 minutes. See, we're here at the winner's circle. So we actually got to make a run. What's up, everybody? Say hey to Annie B. Annie B, we are live. I'm going to talk to the people real quick about credit today. Not going to be long because we're ripping and running, but if you guys are out and about in Atlanta, come and holler at us. We're going to get started in about 1 minute. Talk about some credit real quick. Tell you guys how we've done it. I'm sure there's probably new techniques out there today. Percy over there about to get to work. We got our other contractor. He's across the street working on the property that we showed you guys last week. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is 12 o'clock. I am Frank Financial Brown, and I have my wife with me, Annie B. Brown. And we are the founders of Live Free, Give Hope. As far as we know, the only real estate company. We're still working this all out. We just left the apartment, which has internet, and I guess we left the internet so the connection is a little poor right now. Let's see. This is the Habitat homes that are going up, the townhomes. There's our sign right there. Let's see if we have connection. Okay. So we're looking like we're still rocking and rolling. So let's talk credit for a minute. We both started off with poor credit scores. And we were in probably your same shoes, to where there's all kind of advertisements out there and you don't know what to trust. When we started off, we paid one of those services, a company called Sky Blue Credit Repair. The reason we chose Sky Blue Credit Repair, after doing our research, this was before AI, so all we had was Google, but Sky Blue Credit Repair and another company called Lexington, they seem to be the most credible. The reason I chose to go with Sky Blue Credit Repair is because they gave a money-back guarantee, a 90-day money-back guarantee. And it was fairly cheap. So, initially, we went with Sky Blue Credit Repair. They did their thing. They were able to remove some of the judgment, some of the derogatory statements. But the statements that we truly owned, companies that were still active and being monitored, like I'll give you Comcast, for example. Companies like Comcast, even if you pay to have it taken off, a lot of times those judgments will come back. At this time, those companies, they would remove the judgments, but they were temporarily removed if they were true. Now, if you have some things on your credit that's really not yours, that are false and don't belong to you, Sky Blue Credit Repair and these other methods, they probably will work for you. So at that time, we used Sky Blue Credit Repair. Some things came off and some things came on. And when I realized that the things that were still on there were my responsibility, and in order for me to make the long-term moves that I wanted to make, I would have to remove those. Now, let me throw in this little caveat. When those items are being removed from your credit, even the one, let's say Comcast, for example, even if it's going to show back up in the future, if you know you're going to use your credit like immediately, as soon as that judgment comes off, if you know you're going to get qualified for something, a home, a credit card, whatever it may be, go ahead and pull the trigger then. That's when I would pull the trigger. I can't give you guys any advice like telling you do this and you'll be successful, because I'm sure there's laws and rules to that, because I see everybody saying this is for educational purposes, this is for entertainment purposes. So take that all into consideration. What I'm saying has worked for me, and who knows if it's going to work for you. I can't promise or guarantee anything. So where I was if you are going to use a credit like Sky Blue Credit Repair, be prepared to use that good credit score immediately. Once you see your credit score goes up, go ahead and use it immediately. I didn't know that at that time. So those things that were supposed to be on my credit, they did come back. Now, what I learned at that time was you can do two things. You can get new credit, or you can focus on your old credit. At that time, I decided, well, let me go ahead and get some secured credit cards and use those secured credit cards to pay off Comcast. Let me get new credit to pay off old credit, to pay off old things, because I knew I was on top of my game now that I'm going to start paying it. And that's what I did. And that's what I recommend to individuals, is to start building new credit. To go out here, even if you got some bad stuff on there, you can go and get secured credit cards and you start using those. Credit is a game. If they gave you, I'm going to give you an example of, if you had $10,000 worth of available credit and you use $0 of that, that does not mean you have good credit. That means you have $10,000 available to you and you're afraid to use it. When the banks and the creditors realize that you're not going to use it, they will take that credit line away. If you go too long without using your credit card, they will take it away. They may take it away. I can't give you any absolutes, but I've had credit cards that, because I wasn't using them, they dropped the limit on me, or they just closed the account completely. That will affect your credit in a negative way. Sorry, I'm at the light. I'm paying attention. I know I shouldn't be driving while I'm on the phone. Annie B's going to hold the phone for me. But where were we? Let me turn on this AC I got on this hoodie. This hoodie is for the bear. It's actually a big one. But it looked like it was windy today. If you're out in Atlanta, it looks like it was windy like crazy. So I did throw on the hoodie. Okay, so the secured credit cards. Like I recommended the other day, like we talked about, if I had $1,000, I would take that $1,000 and go split it up amongst 3 secured cards, and then I would start using them. I would use the cards for things that I'm already paying for, the essentials. I would not go out here and create new bills. Now, I did mention I'll pay off my credit cards. If I owe Comcast $129, $39, $2, whatever it may be, I will pay them off. I may even get put on a payment plan. Some of the creditors that I owed, I was put on a payment plan. And I got letters from them saying that they would remove the derogatory statement from my credit once it was paid. And this did work for me. Once you get as your credit scores improving, this is when you lean all in. This is when you really start learning the game. This is really a way that you can continue to build wealth and continue to build your riches. Why? Because credit provides leverage. You may have $1 in your bank account, but they may give you $100 in credit. So that means you can do 100 times more than you normally would. You guys understand? It's all about the leverage. I used to say earlier in my investing career, especially when I started getting my credit together, that Amex, American Express, was my plug. When other people would go and borrow money from different individuals, I would just go to Amex. Now, because I'm using my credit like crazy, Amex not showing me the love they should. But you got to know the game. You got to know that there will be ups and downs, and you roll with it. You know, it's just like anything. Any job, school, credit is the same way. It's not always just going to be perfect. You will have times where your credit score is up and it's down. If you use it, it may go down. And then, well, not just when you use it, but if you're using more than they recommend. So the credit card companies, they usually want you to use around 30%. But let's say you're using around 60%, 70%. Well, now your credit score may drop. And how long will it be down? Well, probably until you get it back down into that 30% range, 30% or better. But guys, we're about to go into Wally World and get some things for the apartment. If you have any questions, we will be talking about credit all the time. We'll be talking about credit. We'll talk about taxes. We'll talk about insurance. And of course, we'll talk about real estate. And of course, we're going to talk about living for free. We're going to talk about this giveaway. We're going to talk about sharing this opportunity with the world, with the nation, with Atlanta. So let everybody know that we are going to be giving game away every day at 12 o'clock. We're going to drop in and give you guys some gems. So hopefully you'll let the world know that we're giving away free rent for a year, furnished with utilities. We're starting in Atlanta. We have the 1-bedroom apartment. We're starting there. But with enough support, we'll be doing this all across the nation. We'll be doing it with various types of properties, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, all the way up to who knows. You know, we have a 5-bedroom that we want to give away, but it's going to take the support of the community. All right. If you have any questions, go ahead and hit me up. I've been hearing mostly about how to get your credit in order, Now we have AI. You can start looking at who AI recommends as far as credit repair companies. When I got my credit score from a 515 to a 700 plus, I used Sky Blue Credit Repair. I went to Capital One. I got the secured credit card, $300. I still got that card today. It's over $10,000. Now it's non-secured or whatever they call it, unsecured. Also go to your bank. Picked up a $300 one at my bank account and at my bank. And you can do the same thing. If you have any questions, hit me up. We're here. We're available. Annie B runs a multi-million-dollar business. If you have any questions about starting a business, we are here for you guys. All right. Talk to you tomorrow. Oh, and if you're in Atlanta, I think we're going to Atlanta Alive. I think Frankie the Free Bear will be there. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. Talk to you guys later.